What's going on, YouTube? How everybody doing out there? I'm about to talk about something that is rarely talked about in the black community. Actually, scratch that. I'm gonna talk about something it's rarely talked about in the black community with men, but it's rarely talked about with men in general. All right, and I don't have no notes. Like some people looking off to the side, and I don't have none of that. I'm just going off the top of the head because some things have happened in the last few days that made me think about my past life and whatnot, and I just got to speak about it. So, men, we rarely talk about our mental health. We rarely go to a therapist. We rarely go and sit down with somebody and just let it all out because it's not macho. You know what I mean? It's not men like. So we go all these years of just a lot of bullshit, and just it's all weighing on our shoulders, and we just take it all in. Eventually, you're gonna snap because no man that I know that I've ever seen can hold the weight of 1,000 worlds on his shoulders. The only man I heard of, and that's it. So we gotta start paying attention to our mental health. Basically, what I'm saying is, go get help. If you're feeling a certain way, if you're having thoughts, go get help. Reason I say this is because I'm out yesterday with my family and my girl's mom and her sister and all the kids and whatnot, and we're eating. Right, we're at Denny's now in my town. There's graduation. It's a college town, so there's a bunch of people graduating. So I'm just setting the scene for y'all. We're sitting in a middle table, a long table. Now there's tables all around us, right? People walking left and right behind me and all that, and I felt a certain way where I felt like I wanted to just I wanted to get out. I wanted to get out of my skin. I wanted to jump. I wanted to just leave. And I kept finding things to focus on because if I would let my mind go, I felt myself just about to get up and walk out. Everybody knows what that is. It's anxiety. And I know where it stems from. All right, so I'm starting to sweat. I'm starting to I didn't even have an appetite. I'm just ready to get up out of there. I couldn't even enjoy it because my girl, she's sitting down at the table. I got my son next to me. I got my daughter over here, my daughter over there. Like everybody's it's just a lot of stuff. My 18-month-old, she's screaming, and the lady behind me, I guess, was giving dirty looks, like, you know what I mean? So there's a bunch of stuff going on right now, and I'm just like, yo, can I get my grand slam real quick, please, so I can just focus on just scarfing this food down, right? So the reason why I'm like this goes back 10 or so years ago. Actually, no, I'm going to go back 15 years. So, 30. No, I'm going to go about 12, 13 years ago. 12, 13 years ago. Now, my city's very small, but my city gives it up. And when I say by that, I'm not bragging or nothing, but there's a long-going war in my city, all right? East Side versus the Bricks, okay? Now, Bricks can't go to the East Side. East Side can't go to the Bricks, but they do. And they're only 4 miles apart from one another. Now, what happens if you like a sneaker spot on the East Side and you from the Bricks? Are you got not go? Normal people wouldn't go. But these hood people, I ain't gonna say the word N word, but these hood dudes, they go. So it causes a lot of controversy, a lot of bullets thrown, a lot of people dying. So, setting the scene for you. Summertime. I think it was 2007, 2006, 2007, whatever. I am with my girlfriend at the time. Alright? She was a college student. I was driving a car. Or actually, she drove me to the sneaker spot. Now, it's a hood sneaker spot, okay? They had all the bang bangs, what we call them. So it had the little white old schools that you could get for $35. There was a throwaway. So you just fuck them up, throw them away. Because it was only $35. So I'm in there. I see a couple people that I went to middle school with. Hey, yo, what up? What's going on? Yada, 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 yada. Hey, yeah. All right, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, boop, boop. Okay, cool. I bag up my stuff, my sneakers or whatever. They are in line, by the cash shop. I walk out the door. Now, they got some couple dudes outside that I also know. Yo, what up? What's going on? Because, if you know somebody from the town, from my town, you're going to say what up to them. You're not going to ignore them. This time I'm young, too, so I'm not far removed from, a certain life, but I'm removed from it. You feel me? So, get my life together. So, I'm just dapping them up. Well, this certain group was from the other side of town. Where this store is from not the competitors, but the rival. The store is in a rival town. Now, me, I can go wherever I want because I'm in no shape or form affiliated with anybody at this time. I'm done. So, there's a car that's parked in a cut and sees me dapping up all these people. What it looks like to them is that I'm a part of this crew. So, people starting to funnel out the store. There's babies out front. There's dudes smoking bud out front. It's just a stoop. They all just chilling out front. Just chilling outside the storefront. My girl, at the time, my ex, she's sitting in her car doing a crossword puzzle. Sunny 75-degree day. Birds chirping. Car pulls out. And I see him start dumping. And I froze like a deer in headlights. Now, these dudes, they've been in gun battles since they was fucking 12, 13. So they know what to do. They ran behind my girl's car and got covered and start firing back. I thought, I'm not about to run to my girl's car because they're going to start shooting there. So I went the opposite way. So, my girl's car getting bullet holes. Pew, 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 pew. She's screaming. I'm feeling horrible. I run the opposite way. Car comes around the corner, dumps off at everybody, sees me, I'm in the middle of the parking lot, mows me down. I feel I'm fine. So I'm running. And I get hit, boom, fall to the ground. I get back up and start to take another run and just fell. And then the car pulled up at the light, and I looked at the car, and the car looked at me, and the dude looked at me. It was like they saw me and knew who I was and that I wasn't a part of any of that. And they blew the red light. So I get up. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And I remember the 6'3" black lady just running towards me. I'm like, what the fuck? What's she running towards me? She just kept running. And I'm like, yo, what? And all of a sudden, I remember getting picked up, thrown over her shoulders, and brought over to the sidewalk. Whoosh, ripped off all my clothes. I'm sitting there, balls out in the middle of the street. My girl's crying. There's people all around me. I'm like, the fuck is going on? I still didn't know I was hit. She's like, you've been shot. I'm like, what? Been shot? I see it running down my chest. I'm like, oh my God, I've been shot? Lose my mind. Lose my mind. Right? So, got shot here. Got shot in my leg. My tendon got cut off. All fucked up, right? This nurse, she was a nurse. She's wiping me down, throwing water on me, seeing about bullet wounds and whatnot. She doing trauma right there on the sidewalk. Call the ambulance. Boom. I go off. Like, this shit spreads around my town so fast because everybody was out there. They knew who I was. They're like, yo, Jay got hit, blah, 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 blah. My ex is coming to the hospital with my girl was there at the time. Like, it was just real fucked up, all right? I didn't have any insurance at the time, so they gave me a Percocet and was like, see ya, wiped off the wound. You're good to go. Cool. I go home, still got a bullet in my leg, bullet in my shoulder, fragments. I pull up the hoodie that I was wearing, bullet holes all in it because it was a baggy hoodie, so bullet holes was going through me. Anybody that knows me knows the story is 100%. Like, I should have been dead because there's bullet holes everywhere in my hoodie where the bullets flew. So, that's the reason why I have PTSD and anxiety. Because I never got it. I never addressed it. Okay? I never addressed it. I never went and sat down with somebody properly to speak about this. I never saw a professional. I just thought it was, a rite of passage in the hood. Done for. Because no one expressed concern for me. Like, I'm living at my apartment with my mans and them. I'm on crutches. I can't walk for 6 months. My leg is stuck in a 90-degree angle. No one ever said, yo, are you okay? How's your mental? What are you thinking? Like, none of that. Because we don't think about that. We think we think we're soft if we do that. And that's not the case. You gotta get your mental right, because no matter what, all the stuff in your life that you go through, it will catch up with you, and it's gonna come back to you. It will 100% come back to you. So you gotta get it. You gotta check it. Like, if not immediately, right after, because it's gonna build, and you're gonna have these thoughts, and you're gonna have anxiety and PTSD. I couldn't drive down that street for 4 years. Okay, I couldn't drive down that street for 4 years. I couldn't be out in public for dumb long. Like, I used to have parties to come over my house because I couldn't go out in public. I couldn't drive on the highway, or I would get anxiety. Like, it was just so much different stuff going on, and I had no clue that it was because of that situation. So I feel like a lot of kids that grew up in the hood, dodging bullets, and even if you're not in the hood, you still dodging bullets, so you just had something traumatic happen to you, have PTSD. Because it's not just a war thing. It's not like you got to go overseas to get PTSD. Okay? No, PTSD happens here. Them kids in Chicago, they got PTSD. They got anxiety. They got depression. They got all of that. Same with me. All of that. Sometimes I don't even want to get up out of bed. But I do. Because I have to. You know what I mean? So, and it goes away, it comes back, it goes away, it comes back. But this is stuff we got to talk about, people. Because if you don't talk about it, it's just going to manifest. It's just going to grow like a mold. It's just going to keep growing. So I'm using my platform to talk about every single thing. It's a very, 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 very small platform, but it is what it is. I can reach a certain amount of people, and that's more than I could when I wasn't talking about it. So if you have any depression, PTSD, anxiety, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out there, and as long as I'm here, you don't have to. You don't have to keep it inside, because we could talk. We can talk privately. We could talk via email. We could talk Facebook. No, it doesn't matter. Whatever. There's so many different ways that we could talk. You don't have to keep it inside by yourself. All right. So watch this video, please, to the end. You know, skip through at least, but get some of what I'm talking about. All right, because it's very important, and we gotta break the cycle of men being macho and not wanting to get therapy. Okay? So remember, like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys, and I will swing around eventually and tell you the second part of that story. Okay? So the after part. Because there is an after part, okay? There is a pain. So I got put on pain pills, okay? Like Perks and Oxys, and this is before the epidemic. So this is right before the epidemic, right before it. But they threw me on a bunch of pain pills, and then that's when my crew and everybody got introduced to popping pills. It wasn't an epidemic, so once it left until it reared its ugly head when my boy, rest in peace, brought him back around, and then that's when shit got out of control. Completely out of control. People dying and lives being just ruined, and shit got out of control, like a Lifetime movie with all type of shit. So I will drop that video shortly. I'm getting up enough courage to do it. So but like, comment, subscribe. I love y'all. Peace.